So I've never been next to a private plane
You
before.
want to check it out?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You guys hear that? How cool is that shit? A jet engine starting up. That's awesome. Hey guys, we're in South Florida, right outside the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, about to jump on a plane to check out a deal in Dallas. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
Where's the airport? Right next door?
Yeah, it's like one door down.
Yeah. How do we get in?
I probably could have got there quicker than you did. Hey guys, welcome to the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. We're gonna jump on a plane, fly to Dallas, check out a bunch of multifamily, little bit of land, fly right back, same day, super efficient, could be home for dinner tonight. Okay, so we're on our way, Addison Airport. We pulled up probably about 10 minutes ago, super efficient. We come back before dinner. We make sure that we're not in the air too long. We're not here to go on vacation. We're here to check out real estate. We give it a quick shot. We give it a quick look. We make our assessment. We put our offers in, write up some LOIs if necessary, and we get moving. That's it.
All right, let's go to Addison and see some multifamily.
Hey guys, we just landed in Addison, Texas, Atlantic Executive Airport. There's our ride right over there. So convenient. You have to see the real estate that we passed over coming over here. Class A office space, incredible residential. We saw some private airports. We know we're in the right market. Tremendous density. No more room to build. We're in a great market. We're here to check out some stuff. Thanks for joining with us, and let's go check out some deals. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is the ultimate merce.
Dude, we literally almost missed the plane because they thought that thing was gonna blow up. They really thought it was a detonator. And I'm saying to myself, dude, is there anything in this bag? Is there anything in this bag? And it was a detonator. Okay, so now look at the architecture, right? Very similar to what they designed that we're gonna make a little change to. Yep. We're gonna bring a New York, Miami vibe to Dallas.
Bring Florida to Texas.
That's right. This is gonna feel like a Miami, like a Miami location. It's gonna be cool.
When real estate guys are in a car, all you see is this. Just constant looking. Please don't talk to me, we're looking around. We have these trips, we keep them short, couple hours on the ground, wheels up, what, 5:30?
Well, 4:30 local time, 5:30 our time, right? We picked up an hour when we landed.
So we're here 6-7 hours, we get all the juice in, we go home and process it. So constantly looking out, getting the feel. You can learn a neighborhood very quickly. You don't have to live here to learn it.
It's pretty easy. Like one of our major barometers is where's Starbucks, where's Whole Foods, right? But those two locations will tell us the demographics in 5 minutes. If someone could afford a $5 cup of coffee, they could afford a $2,500 a month rent. These retailers have major budgets toward feasibility studies, and right in these feasibility studies, they'll be able to pinpoint a lot of things that we rely on too, right? So if they just spent $1 million to figure out, to the penny, what income is spent and where, we just follow that lead. It's not hard. So what's the plan with the dirt? Do we have a facility that's taking it? Are we selling it?
Yes, it's getting excavated off-site. There's a trucking company they use to haul it off.
Right, but what's the cost? Is there a cost to get rid of it, or is it being sold?
There's per truckload, yeah, there's a
cost to get.
Cost.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of the dirt. This can't sell it. This is trash dirt.
It's totally trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a phase one, right? That was clean, right? So, I guess from an environmental standpoint, right? It's just dirty.
Okay.
Right.
Everything's been tested after we cleaned everything up. Okay.
Yeah, so concrete. It's mixed, right? It's mixed fill.
All right. So this other piece that you're looking at, you said how many units is it? How many units are buildable on it?
The mayor is willing to do 15 to 20 units per acre. So that puts you at a low of 300 and upwards of 420, but then you're looking at a massive development. I've got AAA class guys that the ideal thing to do, but they don't want to be the, quote unquote first ones in the market.
Yeah.
But I know that you guys would be more of a low A class or B plus type of property, which is really what Decatur needs.
Right.
And I think it would, it would suit you guys the best, but I think between 2.5 and 3 million, you could scoop it up.
Okay.
And Huntsville, as you know, Huntsville is a recession-proof style type of market. Decatur really needs the product. I'm just trying to get on the same page with Alex and not bug you about it, but that's the scoop on that.
All right. So
the city, real quick, the city they have the same owner, I believe, has 80 acres. It's been approved for multifamily and residential, townhomes and single family. And there's been like 300 plus plats that's already been approved, but I know the city is going to pay for like sewage, electrical, and road widening and intersection work for that community. So I know the city's doing that. They may even be willing to help subsidize or, help with any type of sewage or electrical on this property as well.
Yeah, all right. That starts to get real interesting when we have towns who are interested in helping us develop in their neighborhood. All right, sounds good. So we'll finish looking at the project that I'm on now. I'll reach back out to Alex, we'll go through it, and we'll get back to you.
Well, let's go to the apartments next, because that'll take a few minutes to look at apartments.
Yeah.
At Cottonweave.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to our office after that.
Great. So if you want to know what type of real estate appreciates quickest, you have to follow the topography. The real estate values will follow the topography of the land that it's surrounded by. Flat land, flat real estate prices. You have hilly land, prices will appreciate. Why is that? Because there's no room to build. So if you have topography or water, prices will appreciate quicker. Flat land, flat prices.
So now, what's next steps, right? How do we take this from where it is, and the amount of debt and leverage that's already on the properties,
Right.
get enough capital into the thing, get it operational? What steps do we take? How many phases do we have to take?
Right.
What's going to get to market quickest? How can we turn it over as fast as possible? Then unlever it by relevering it
Right.
and getting a lower interest rate and actually bringing capital back out, put it in your pocket, and then bring that capital to the next piece of the project. How many steps is this?
That was full cycle, taking a distressed property into turning it into an operating property, and then taking that capital and doing it all over again. That was the full cycle right there.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know, actually. If you do that,
That's it. And work.
that's all you got to do.
And love what you do, and
Yeah.
then work from 5 a.m. to midnight every day, because you don't actually want to do anything else.
That's right.
I can't tell you how many times a day, like Mark and I sit there, we figure something out that somebody told us was impossible.
Yep.
And we're going through the spreadsheet and I'm bouncing the idea, and he's sending something back to me. And then I send it back to him. We churn and churn almost like clay.
Yeah.
And eventually it molds into something. The second we have a finished product, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And
Yes.
it's like winning the championship.
That's right.
It's amazing.
So how some of you might feel when someone wins the Super Bowl, that where you start screaming yes, that's how we feel in it when we successfully put a plan together.
Yeah.
And when someone wins a Super Bowl, I personally don't give a shit. Sorry.
So these are kind of independent buildings, right? Building 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
This is 2-story, first floor, second floor, main building. This is the original building. This was added on, this was added on, this was added on.
You guys
So
added
it's
it?
memory- No,
Oh,
before us.
okay, got it.
So now, so how did you come up with these numbers? Where is that deriving from? So how did we get to 20 million? How did we get to 30 million? Like is that?
It'd be revenue and how many the occupancy of the tenants here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's revenue.
Yeah.
It's based on the business within the building versus just the real estate.
So that number, right?
As is would be the real estate.
We just came up with the value
Yeah.
of a $34 million building in a minute. How did we do it? We took the amount of rooms, we multiplied how much we would get per room, times the amount of rooms, times 12, that's your annual revenue, times your expense ratio. If you could have 70% expenses, you times another times the remainder, which is 0.3, then divide that by the cap rate. The cap rate here we're estimating is a 7 cap, and that gives us a value of 34 million.
Right. So what's weird about this, right? While we're on that topic is, right? Most people don't. The lower the cap rate, the higher the value.
Yes.
Right. So maybe we'll explain that. We'll dumb that down. Basically, what that means is that as a property value rises, the cap rate goes down, and all the cap rate means is that if you paid cash for the building, what you would expect to get back as a return, right? So if you bought this building, let's call it $1 million cash, and it's a 7 cap, right? You would basically get 7% annually on the money, right? That's the easiest way to explain cap rate.
Yes, it's an inverse relationship. Cap rate is an inverse relationship to price. Cap rate goes down, price goes up. Cap rate is driven through the location, the asset class, and the current interest rate environment. 3 biggest drivers on cap rate. So we want to figure out how much this 164 unit building is worth using a cap rate formula. So we take 164 units times 4,000 a month. We know that's what we could get for rent. That's what we could get a month, 656,000. Times 12, that's our annual revenue, 7.8 million, times our occupancy rate, say we could keep it 90% occupied, 7,084,000, times our expense ratio. So say we have a 70% expense ratio here, we could multiply it times 0.3 is what we could keep. We could keep 30% of that money. 2.1 million divided by the area cap rate, 0.07, Building's worth $30,300,000. You know how many agents and brokers I speak to? And I'm like, I'm buying this building from them, and they're like, oh wait, the rents were wrong on these 4 things. Like, okay, no problem. So if we do the calculation, we're off by $1 million now.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, yeah.
It's all multiplication.
It's all multiplication. These buildings are valued on what they make. Very simple. So Mark, Icon Private Equity and Development.
Private equity and development.
Private Equity and Development had a great trip today. A bunch of assets that he's getting in. Are you getting in?
So we are in and
already?
increasing our position
Gingerly increasing his position, which is another term for he's inserting himself into a deal that's going to be super profitable, a tremendous amount of development, a lot of repositioning.
Yeah.
Thank you for the trip, buddy. It was a wonderful experience.